Welcome to We Funny AF, formerly the Imperial Ink Live podcast. Same crew, new dude. We got the upper echelon, end all be all duality part 108 hold up available across all streaming services. We still have the same website set up for merch at imperialinkmusic.com. Various t-shirts and masks, and we also have new merch on the way specifically for the podcast, and it's coming soon. So, let's get into this, y'all. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, them Imperial boys is back. Yeah. And of course, you know we had to come back on some new shit. Yeah. So, without further ado, I welcome you to the We Funny AF podcast. Yeah, I'm the one and only Figs. I'm with my main man Biggs, and we about to take you there. Let's go. We Funny AF. We Funny AF. We Funny AF. We Funny AF.
This just in.
What's up? It's yeah, like you tired. You do something today that got you tired?
It's just been a long ass week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah.
No?
Just was niggas leave me alone.
All right. So this is a This Just In, where we talk about shit that Figs don't give a fuck about.
Right.
And I found a few things that I want to run past you to see what you thought of.
I probably don't give a fuck about them.
Probably not, but I'm going to ask you any damn way.
Let's
Do
go.
you know who Sexy Red is?
Sexy Red. Pound Town. Put it downtown.
Okay, did you hear about her sex tape leak?
No, not really.
Okay, she apparently posted on her, I guess, Instagram or something like that. Somewhere, I don't know. She posted a sex scene. She's fucking somebody. Something, I don't know. But they took it off immediately. But of course, you know, somebody got it and it's got the shit out there for everybody to see. And she's up there talking about that she didn't mean for that to get out, this, that, and the other. And on top of that, she just got off of a controversy where she was talking about how she would love some Trump.
Yeah, I seen.
Did you see that?
I just seen a headline that said "Sexy Red for Trump," and I didn't pay no attention. I didn't go no further.
It's best that you didn't. But she basically was talking about when he gave everybody, got people out of jail, and he gave everybody that free money. I'm like, bitch, he didn't get nobody free money. I mean, the money we got, that everybody got, is not free. You gonna pay for that shit at the back end. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? So it just blew my mind that she was like on the Trump train as hard as she was.
Well, first of all, Sexy Red ain't sexy
At all. At all.
And I give her a little respect. I seen her with her kid, and it was cute. She's been going to the football games and shit, and she's getting, you know, props that I don't, you know, it ain't my type of music or nothing
At all, because the shit's whack.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna front.
But
she's a horrible rapper.
At the same time, when we get into these politics and these sex tapes,
yeah,
like I wouldn't want to see a Sexy Red sex tape. I'm just sorry.
Well, it was out there, and I was like, okay.
And as far as Trump, yeah.
As far as Trump,
you can believe in what you want to believe, and a lot of them young people be about that. They, you know, money is everything.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's fitting that you say that though, but he ain't got no fucking money. He acted like he got money.
Know, but he is the international poster child for. I mean, you got to think before he ran for president, he was the international name you threw up in rap music and hip hop culture.
Yeah.
Because he signified
wealth.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of people's turned on him too. You know, I remember Snoop Dogg used to talk about Trump this, Trump that, and
Yeah.
then Trump became president. He's like, fuck Trump.
Well.
So a lot of people changed, and
I guess when you present yourself as a certain kind of thing, and then you come back and you're something else,
right? But,
people are gonna trip on you, and they have every right to, because you're not who you said you was.
Trump's name is probably mentioned on every album in the '90s.
Probably
hip hop wise at some point in time.
I think you're right.
Now we want to kill that nigga. But I mean, some young people still carry that belief that Trump is what's up.
Yeah, and I just don't understand. I don't get it. But barring that, I'll go on to something else. Can you believe that Outkast Speakerbox Love Below album is now the highest selling rap album in history? Did you know that?
It doesn't surprise me.
Me neither, because that's the one that actually
there's one song on there that probably helped sell.
What, Hey Ya?
Yeah, that probably sold. I Like the Way You Move. I believe that was on the other one. Yeah, good song. Yeah.
It's not a surprise, but it's crazy though. You know what? It went 13 times platinum, and you know whose album it beat out?
NSYNC.
Nope. Rap album.
Mm-hmm. A Diamond album.
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Eminem Show at 12 million, and so Outkast beat him by 13.
Yeah.
And I say congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Especially since it's such an old album and it's still selling.
Never bought it. I probably have never listened to it from one end to the other.
Really?
Either side.
Man, you should. It's a really good album. Both of them.
Ray put me onto a lot of joints though.
Really?
But
that whole album is phenomenal. It's one of the better rap albums out there.
Yeah.
I love that album. And have you listened to any of the Outkast albums all the way through?
Yeah. I mean, up until probably that album.
And why that one? Why not that one?
It just was.
Was it because it was so commercial?
It was just different. You talking about the one where Big Boy had an album and
Andre had an album.
Yeah.
Right.
I never really was into the prototype.
The song?
Yeah.
Or the prototype of what they were doing?
Well, the song. Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
I mean,
you are the prototype.
I did probably sleep on it. And I probably have listened to it bits and pieces, but I haven't sit down and enjoyed it for what it is.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a good album, man. Yeah. It's crazy. I kind of think a lot of people were thinking that the Andre's album overshadowed Big Boy's because it was just so huge, but actually Big Boy's album was really it was as good.
I mean, they still playing I Like the Way You Move at weddings all across America.
And he stopped. I mean, that album stayed with the Outkast aesthetic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It still had that Outkast feel. Andre went all over the place.
But you wanted that 808. Can you feel that beat? So whatever.
So yeah, they went that album. That was a dope album. I really love that album. Do you speaking of Outkast, since we was talking about their albums, is there anyone that stands out for you out of all of them that you just really love?
Southern Playalistic, Cadillac
the first
Music,
one?
It just at that time, it was good.
That was unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
The production on that was crazy too.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
That was the joint. Yeah. I loved that album. I liked Aquemini too.
What was my joint? And I don't know if it was on that. Hootie Hoo, follow the funk from the skunk and the. That was in the dungeon. It goes on and on like that to the pills and the players and the lack. Sookie, all day and day, any day, every damn day. I've been thinking about the good old days when I was a whippersnapper. I used to try to get a kiss, but now I be the druzzle master. I'm just a Southern Playalistic pimp. I used to sling a fat rock.
That was the first album.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, that was the first one. I liked that one. I liked. Did you like Elevators?
Yeah, Elevators was great.
That was a clever song.
I mean, hell, I like Sorry Miss Jackson.
They've had a lot.
I like Bombs Over Baghdad.
Yeah, they've had a lot of hits. And it's crazy though, because when that was Stankonia, when Bombs Over Baghdad came out,
push that bus.
Yeah,
everybody moved to the back of the bus.
That was Rosa Parks.
Yeah,
and they almost got in trouble for that title.
Right.
But when Bombs Over Baghdad came out, that wasn't a hit. and they ended up putting what was this? I think it was Rosa Parks that came out.
Or
right
Miss
after
Jackson,
that.
wasn't it?
Was it Miss Jackson?
I think
it might have been Miss Jackson. Something else came out after and I think it was Miss Jackson came out after Bombs Over Baghdad, and that's what blew them up. You know, which is crazy to think that it took 3 albums for them to do that, because I think black folks was already on them when they came out with Southern Play.
Your daughter
got a good thing, or got a special thing going on. But yeah, big ups to Outkast. Now here's something I'm gonna ask you that I think is just insane. What do you think about the whole Taylor Swift and NFL phenomenon?
I mean, fuck. It's on everybody's fucking nerves. It's on everybody's fucking nerves.
I think it's funny, and
I mean, it's cool, but like, she ain't asked y'all to motherfucking follow her everywhere the fuck she goes. Y'all making a big deal out of this shit. Like, niggas is trying to come up with names and shit. Swelsey and motherfucking even Wi-Fi had a couple names he was trying to get trademarked and shit. Like, y'all motherfuckers, I mean, damn,
it's all over the place too.
I know.
I mean, I personally didn't.
Personally, y'all fucking up my football season because I don't want to see a shot of Taylor Swift every time Travis Kelce does something.
Right. Him and her and his mama.
And his mama.
See. I thought the whole thing was kind of crazy myself. I was watching somebody say something about they were teasing a dude that was a fan of football on one of the morning shows, and said that they were so happy that Taylor made football as popular as it is.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm sure ticket sales have
they
increased.
Probably have. Well, they said they actually have, because there's more women.
Yeah, now the Swifties is like, oh, we gotta turn to the game to see what Taylor got on. Oh, look, she's gonna look so good. She's gonna look so good with Travis after the game. Yes, girl. Yeah, fuck that shit. I'm trying to watch football, nigga.
That's funny.
I want to see somebody get carted off the field, not Taylor Swift. But I mean, if they vibing, they vibing.
Yeah, I just want to see how long it's going to last, though, because I don't.
There's a funny dynamic, though, because I tell you this.
Okay.
If you don't know, his last girlfriend or wife, I don't know if they were married.
I think it was girlfriend.
She was black.
Yes.
And he had an image of being
black.
Yes. Now
he had a certain
Taylor,
edge of blackness about him.
Let's see where this goes.
I was watching an interview with a chick who was mad about that whole situation too. She said it was a black woman, and she said that he would have been the one white dude that she would have went after. And then he ended up going with Taylor Swift, so she was kind of upset about it. And I'm like, why can't people just like who they like?
Yeah.
Why's it gotta be he's with Taylor Swift, so now it's off the table? I didn't quite understand that.
But I mean, y'all can leave me the fuck alone. My Raiders is 1-3. I give a damn about Taylor Swift.
You're not a Swiftie?
No, Swiftie can go. I think she's talented. I don't hate her. Like, some people hate her in music. I see people talking about if Taylor Swift was performing in my bathroom, I wouldn't go. I think she's talented. I mean, she can do good music, but stay the fuck away from football. Get your ass on somewhere.
What did you think of that song she did with Kendrick?
I liked it. Bad Blood.
Yeah. He fucking murdered that shit.
I'm not mad at Taylor at all for her music.
Right. But don't fuck with your football.
Yeah.
Here's something I thought was interesting too. Let me see if I can call it up. I read an interview or article where this dude said this guy finally revealed the ugly truth behind why women don't like nice guys.
Let's hear that.
And he said it's because it's the guy's fault. And going into what he's saying, I actually kind of understood where he was coming from, because I've witnessed this before with a couple of people that I work with. I've seen it. It said an actual nice guy will try to date a girl just to date her, whereas the one that they usually end up not liking has this thing of trying to buy everything for her, buy everything to get her attention, do everything they can to get everything to get a reward, which is her.
Right.
You know, and apparently something subconsciously in a woman makes that unattractive because they figure it out and they keep on moving their friends on your ass. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I never thought about it being the actual dude's fault, you know, for trying to buy. And let's say, how did he put it? He said, they're the ones who treat their crush and love interest like a princess, putting them on a pedestal. And this is a crucial part. He thinks to himself, hey, eventually, if I show her enough affection and do all these things for her, one day she'll realize what a nice person I am and fall in love with me. So I guess it's the idea that is a sense of entitlement that nice guys have, is what they were saying. So I
don't disagree.
Right.
I think that yeah, it's that, but some people don't spend, they just nice guys. They don't, it ain't about the money, it ain't about they just present themselves to be a nice guy to this female.
Right.
They don't try to buy them shit and shit. They don't got the money to buy them shit and shit. So they they just really a nice guy. So I don't really get into the financial part of it, but I mean, I believe it is, you know, girls tend to, you know, want what they can't have.
Okay.
So, you know, I think it's natural that they would pick the bad guy over the nice guy.
But it's still,
and I mean, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I was a nice guy all through high school. I was a nice guy in middle school, so I finished last a lot with the ladies.
Okay.
You know, there was girls that wanted to date me and be my girlfriend, but I was trying to bang. And they wasn't ready, but they wanted me to commit, but I couldn't. But they would still be over here getting banged on,
right? By like all these others,
bad boys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay,
what the fuck?
If you wanted me to punch you in the forehead, I could have. I mean, like, I didn't understand exactly what you quite wanted. You know what I mean? But you know, I do see that. I feel like I'm a nice guy. I finish nice guys finish last, and you know, it's just you probably are perceived as weak to a female who, you know, that's probably, you know, this nigga give me anything I want. Shit, I don't want that. But that other nigga told you no. Your pussy stink. So you like, so you gotta chase him down to prove the point. Why this nigga would have took you either way or anyhow. So, you know, and that friend zone is a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's reading it, I totally understood it because I've seen firsthand.
But nah, nigga, you matter of fact, tell that nigga I said it ain't our faults. It's some raggedy ass bitches' fault because they fucking go and want to be with a nigga that's definitely going to jail, and then they pick the wrong motherfuckers. Yeah, I don't really necessarily think it's anybody's fault. Like,
right, it's a toss up because sometimes it is the idea of trying to buy somebody.
Yeah,
you know, because I've seen that.
Yeah,
and that could suck, you know, because if a chick knows that you're trying to buy something for them and they just not interested, and you've told them that you're not interested, and you still trying to buy shit for them, you know, it's kind of a turn off to her. I
don't think I just buy shit for bitches to make. I don't think I've ever been the type to just go buy shit thinking that it'd make a bitch like me.
Right.
Now I might like you already and buy you some shit, and I'll give it to you. You might not like me like that, but at the same time, I don't use that. What about that shit I bought you? You know what I mean?
I have seen that happen. Not too long ago, a friend of mine, a couple of friends of mine, who one of them was really interested in the other, and she wasn't having it, and told him, and he was like, okay, but then he went and tried to buy some shit for her again, and when it didn't work out, he got mad and decided to, you know, basically try to hurt her feelings. I'm like, why did you even bother doing that when it was already a dead end? She told you no.
Right. And I think I'm in. And I ain't even gonna lie, probably at some point in my life I was so googly eyed that I tried that method.
Yeah, but I think you learned the lesson.
Yeah, I did.
This motherfucker did it twice.
I was broke. and I couldn't buy you no shit. Like I couldn't buy nothing else. So.
This dude did it twice, and then I got another friend who was bent over backwards for this girl. Totally would do anything for this girl, and she don't fucking want him like that. She's an opportunist, and she uses him big time. Just for
him to buy her shit,
or just to get what she can out of it, and then she's ghost. The crazy thing about that is that he knows it, but he's just so in love with her, he can't help it. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Somebody need to throw some cold water on dude's face. He need to wake the fuck up. I mean, we've all been there. Yeah.
No, I ain't been there.
I mean, I'm not saying
I have not been there.
You ain't never been to where you went. I mean, maybe not even money. Maybe you went a little extra. You took a little extra step.
No.
Okay. I didn't know you was pimping.
No, it's not even that. It's just that I in my mindset, I'm like, I'm not pursuing anything that doesn't want to be pursued. Right. If you let me know that that's it, then I'm not fucking with it.
You ain't never sent a motherfucker some flowers over a random humbug.
No. Hell no.
You cheap ass nigga.
No, I've never done that.
You ain't never cooked somebody something and dropped them off a plate randomly.
Fuck no. Hell no. If I'm not in there with you to do something like that, I'm not just going to do it for you. But
I'm just saying, even in the past, somebody that you was interested in, you didn't make no special gestures.
The only time I won't go that far. I'll do special gestures for some. If I was single, if it was somebody I was looking to get with, right. I would do something to see where it was going to go. And if they say it's not going anywhere, I'm not pursuing it anymore. I don't chase any fucking body.
You ain't tricked on a hoe?
No.
You ain't never tricked? It ain't tricking if you got it.
What?
Tricking, taking a hoe shopping, take somebody shopping, take somebody out to eat. Have you ever took somebody out to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But it was always somebody I was already involved with. You see what I mean?
You ain't never took nobody out to eat
I ain't
try
ever courted
to.
somebody to try to get them to do stuff, Because like I said, if it gets to the point to where they say, look, this ain't going nowhere, I'm like, all right, now I'll be your friend. I'm good with that. If I've been friend zoned before, and that's fine, I'm all right with that. As long as everything is cool, I'm cool with you. You tell me the truth. I'm not going to try to.
Because I'm just going to say, I don't know about gay situations, but I just know ain't no pussy free. Somewhere down the line you paying for it. Like if you gotta buy the motherfucker, if you gotta take them out to eat to a movie first, if you gotta,
in gay situations it really depends, because a lot of times gay guys are just looking for sex.
Ain't no
a lot of times
free.
They're just looking for sex, and that's it. But it is free in the gay thing, because if it's two people who are just wanting to do that and that's it, then there's no nothing. You ain't paying for nothing.
You might even not have to take them out first or nothing. You could just go hit it, but afterwards you gonna pay. It ain't free.
It's not like that. The only way it's like that if you end up getting something you taking home that you can't get rid of.
Right. Oh, well, you see what I mean? So basically what you're saying is gay people can like hook up and detach.
Yes, it happens all the time. They don't have it. Not all of them.
Johnny, I'm pregnant.
Right.
You don't gotta hear that shit. I'm pregnant. I missed my shit last week.
A lot of time. And dude, it's crazy because when you think about it, it makes perfect sense, because dudes, even if they're gay, still think like dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they are still gonna, and it's mostly both ways. So like if you out to go get whatever it is you trying to get, and that's all you want to get,
you could get put all flipped that on the line, upside down and separate feelings. That's basically what you said. Get dumped on and separate your feelings.
You say get dumped on?
Yeah. I get it.
Not me. It just in
I'm
general.
Just saying in general.
But yeah, a lot of times it's just like that. And but that's sort of how it is in gay lifestyles. It's not always the same.
I forgot what the fuck the topic was.
It was about nice guys finishing last.
Yeah. When they getting that ass.
Okay, what do you think? about the whole Kanye West dissing Cardi B thing. Did you hear about that?
Well, he said she was a plant here to
Let me
get
see if
rid
I
of
can
Nicki
find it.
Minaj.
He said Cardi B is a plant by the Illuminati. She don't write her raps. She's just there to sound as ignorant as possible and then make songs like "fuck them" and get some money. She's literally replaced Nicki Minaj purposely, that they put her there, and now she doesn't know what to do, and she has no idea what the fuck is going on. She thinks it's just a blessing from the universe. It ain't no blessing from the universe. That's what he said about Cardi. But he also said some shit about some other people too. But I can't remember what he said.
Shit.
But like you said, what we've discussed previously, he normally comes out of hiding when he's getting ready to do something,
Right.
and starts talking crazy or doing something insane just to push that shit. Which is,
We talking about a nigga that I forget who all it was. I know Jay was one of them, and maybe it was B, but it was like 5 of them. Big Sean and somebody else. He texted all at the same time and told them that I'm worth more than all y'all put together.
Oh shit!
Like, just.
Oh, that was when he was talking about the. I think that was when he was talking about the label that he was running with, Pusha. I think because let me find that too. Oh, he said.
I thought that was when Adidas gave him that big deal.
It might have been. It might have been 2 different times. I know he was discussing. The label was called Good, GOOD.
Good music.
Yeah, Good Music, and he was talking about the artists that were there. He said it was claiming that they were holding him down, singling out Pusha, Nas, and Tiana.
Yeah.
And was saying Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
And was saying, this is his quote. It ain't gonna be in this situation. It's gonna be get me out this good music shit now. And Scooter, it ain't gonna be no. What he said? I'm still putting my name on it. Shit, I need to get rid of good music because I'm great. Guess what? Good is the enemy of great. The fuck I'm doing giving this particular song to Tiana. What the fuck am I doing giving Daytona to Pusha? What the fuck am I doing, bro? What shit was there? Then he even went in and started talking crazy about Nas rapping all off beat on something. Didn't want to shoot a video, but then shot it behind his back and didn't tell him to after it was done. And I'm like, why is he coming for everybody like that?
Well, he does that periodically.
It's a meds, man. I'm telling you.
Your nigga need help.
He do. He absolutely does. And it fascinates me that people still fuck with him the way they do.
Well, he generates so much money still.
You think so?
Yeah.
Even with the whole
that nigga generate. They gave him back his Adidas deal.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
I didn't know they gave it back to him.
because they couldn't sell them shoes that they
Them
had made
Yeezys?
a million different copies of.
You talking about the Yeezys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
have you got a pair?
no, never.
Would you have a pair?
No, not never.
Why? Because
They ugly.
I knew it.
They do nothing for me.
Nothing at all.
Oh yeah, no. I mean the price is just fucking dumb.
Yeah, like what, like $500
for some
pair?
slides.
Yeah.
Suck my.
My thing is,
I get some
who
Nike slides for $60.
Is there a lot of people in this world that
$30.
can afford $500 for some slides or whatever else? I don't understand.
I mean,
what these people are doing for.
I mean, you see how it goes. You see how fashion it moves the world. Motherfuckers paying $4,000 for a fucking purse, nigga.
I don't understand.
Like,
I want to know what everybody's doing for a living that I'm missing.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't.
I mean, some
understand
people
this
work.
shit.
Some people work very hard just to have the finer things in life.
Which I can see that, but at the same time, Yeezys are not really one thing I consider to be a finer thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but not to us, but to them.
Yeah, I guess, but damn.
Especially to the urban or the younger culture.
Right.
They hard to get. What happens if you show up to school with a pair of Yeezys? Ain't nobody else got them fucking Yeezys. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
You know, that's how people. That's how even half of this ugly ass fashion comes into play. That's how it works. I mean, I don't understand.
I don't get it either. It fascinates the shit out of me. I watched, and this goes hand in hand with what we were saying was just ugly ass shit. I saw I think they did the whole runway thing that they do over in Paris or whatever, like a week or so ago or something like that. This chick had a big fur ball on, literally the size of her body. All you could see was her legs.
But this is what I want to know.
What's that?
I see all these runways and shit, and I see these weird ass fucking clothes come down the runway and these wild ass fashions. Where the fuck do they wear this at? Like, you designed that just to show me this? Because I ain't seen nobody wearing this shit nowhere in America or in
anywhere
Paris.
else for that matter.
Like, who wears that shit?
Some of the shit that they do is specifically just to be seen,
Just for art.
Yeah, just for art's sake, and I can get that. But at the same time, some of the shit they're doing that's supposed to be practical is still kind of fucked up.
Where are they buying this shit at? Like,
you got those boutiques and shit, like in New York and in California. You know, they got all these different boutiques, Gucci, Fendi, whatever. You know, and you gonna
now,
pay top
okay, I
price for that
understand
shit.
Gucci. I understand Fendi. I mean, they do have some wild shit.
Yeah.
But it be some shit. Like, I seen one where this bitch had, like, I forget what she had on her back, but it was just, I'm sure that wasn't really a part of the outfit. Because where the fuck you gonna go with that shit on? Like, I mean, but I just be wondering where they wear that at.
I don't know. Like we said before, I don't think they wear that shit anywhere. To be honest with you, I think a lot of it's just to be looked at the moment.
Grace Jones might have a couple of them outfits, but
I can deal with Grace because that's her thing. You know, that's her shtick. But like everyday people ain't gonna be wearing some shit like that. It's just not gonna happen.
Right.
But let's see. Last thing I got for you is something I saw to see if you could relate to any of these. People are sharing things that aren't illegal but are still terrible things to do. And a lot of people agree with them. And I think there's like 10 of these examples. One of them is, do you ever go to the movies?
It's been a very long time.
Okay, what would you feel about people talking in the movies?
I hate it.
Me too.
I hate people with their fucking cell phones too. I just if you know you're going in the movie, put that shit on silent.
Yeah, put it in your pocket. Turn
And
it
I mean,
off.
you
It's all
can whisper
good.
something to your partner, but you don't have no whole fucking conversation with nobody.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Do not go to the movie with Vanessa Dabbs or.
And I can't stand them people that come while you're trying to watch a movie, and this could even be in your house, and you're trying to watch a movie, and you even might have invited them to watch the movie too, and you're trying to watch the movie, and they won't shut the fuck up. I had to look at one of my cousins the other day and say, "Hey, I'm trying to watch a movie. Shut the fuck up."
I tell you what, like I was saying, don't go to a movie with Vanessa Dabbs or Roy Richardson. Yeah, Roy, I'm calling you out.
Why you want to do my man Roy like
because
that?
your boy Roy will not shut the fuck up in a movie. That's why. Me and a few people, and Vanessa and Roy and a few people went to see. This is back when Lord of the Rings first came out. Went to see Lord of the Rings, and them two sat and had a conversation the entire movie. I was like, damn, shut up. It was awful. It was horrible.
Why don't you take your ass in the back row?
Yeah, pretty much is what I was wanting to tell them, but they would not stop talking. It was insane. Anyway, the second one they had as an example of standing in the middle of a grocery store aisle grabbing or talking and leaving your cart to block everybody else. Have you ever had that issue?
I probably did that before, but just I usually say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry."
Well, that's
I
my
try
thing.
to stay out of the people's way.
That's what I was going to say. If you're trying to stay out of people's way, that's one thing. But if you just there talking,
Well, there's some people I be looking at the back of their neck like you really sit here like, okay, 30 seconds cool, 40 seconds cool, a minute 30. You let me know you ain't gave a fuck that you holding up traffic. So I'm looking at you like, and I'm looking at the person you talking to like, ain't you gonna say something? You ain't gonna say something?
I fucking hate that. That's a big gripe of mine. My sister is guilty of that shit because being that she was a teacher, she knows everybody. So she can't go to like a Walmart and just go because everybody's gonna know her. And I don't go to Walmart with her because I ain't got time to sit around while she's talking. That annoys the shit out of me.
And I can't stand when I go to a fucking store and some customers in front of me and they done got their items, but they still telling her the the clerk their fucking life story and they still talking and they see people standing behind them holding shit, big ass bag of beer or whatever they got, and I mean you still want a motherfucker talk, like, man, take your fucking ass on.
Yeah, no one wants to know your life story at the grocery store.
I'm late for work.
A third one was taking a parking spot from someone already waiting on it. Have you ever had that happen to you? Like you see somebody backing out of a parking space and you go to get it and somebody cuts in front of you and takes it?
Yeah. And I probably stole me one or two myself. But yeah. And that could cause a road rage. I've seen some people get pretty hot over that.
Oh yeah. And I've had it happen to me. I don't know if I've ever taken one from somebody. I wouldn't say no. But that's shitty.
I probably have. Yeah,
I think that's kind of.
I mean, and I don't think I did it on purpose.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if I've done it, it was
I
because
didn't
I
see
didn't
them
see the
lining
person
up, getting ready to take it. Right, and I just pull on in. Like,
right. I have before pulled into a parking space and didn't realize that somebody was getting ready to take it, and I actually backed out. Here, this is you. I didn't know you was gonna take it. Here, take this. So I have done that before, but
you're a nice nigga. Because if I'd have pulled on in, I ain't backing out. I'm just gonna get out of the car and throw my hands up like what? What, nigga?
I would run right over your ass.
What, nigga?
Nah, that's about the extent of it for me. Another one was letting your dog shit on somebody else's lawn.
I don't appreciate that.
Probably because they all shit in your lawn.
Yeah, and they have shit in the other yard, and I went and got my dog shit in the other yard. I went and got my scooper and got it.
That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. That's what I do. Like when I take Link out for a walk and he uses the bathroom, I keep bags with me so I can scoop it up and tie it up, so I don't want to leave that in somebody else's yard because that ain't right. I don't think it's right. Some people don't give a fuck. I saw a video of a woman whose dog, she lived in an apartment complex and she had a balcony and her dog would shit on the balcony. She was picking it up and just throwing it over the side.
Oh my God.
I was like, I would probably throw that shit back at her. Being the dick that I am. Either that or I'd pick it up and sit it in front of her door.
They say the son of Sam went crazy because of the dog next door barking.
Really?
And certain shit might set me the fuck off. Yes.
That tripped me out. I was like, how are you going to just throw random pieces of shit over a banister like that? That's some insane shit. Have you ever witnessed this? And I know you haven't done this because you're not a rude person per se, but have you ever seen somebody snap their fingers at the wait staff?
No.
Me neither.
But I probably would lose my mind.
Have you ever dined with somebody that's obnoxious?
Yeah. It's people that I'm like, why the fuck do you talk to the wait staff like that?
Yeah.
There's some niggas that I will never sit down at the table and eat with just for the way they treat people.
That happened with me and Tim one time. We was in Gatlinburg, and we were with some friends of ours, and dude had it already made up in his mind before we went in that we wasn't going to pay for this food. But we wasn't going but it was going to be because of the way they were going to act.
Right.
Went there and they raised hell. Not me and Tim was like, I can't believe this shit. Right. So we never went out to eat with them again. Right. Yeah. It was fascinating to watch somebody.
I don't like motherfuckers that just run waitresses just to be running them. They're just so picky. Want everything in the kitchen you could possibly bring. Yeah. And then eat half of it. They talk about my burger wasn't no way done. And then probably try to get a free one to go. Motherfucking like, I hate them niggas, man.
Yeah, that's
just pay for your shit and let's go.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, then don't go back.
Right.
That's all you got to do. You ain't got to do all that extra shit. What about simple shit like cutting in line? Have you ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, I've had motherfucker cut line on me before. But, I don't think I even said nothing. I think I let it slide. Just, because it didn't probably mean that much to me. But, I probably I've cut me a line or two. I
don't think I've ever cut line, especially because we used to go to a lot of amusement parks. And cutting line is something that you do not do at an amusement park.
I wouldn't do anything like that.
Right. Yeah. But now they've got I guess easy they got let's see, I can't say legal because it's not illegal to cut a line. It's just rude. But there's like a way to cut lines now. You just pay extra. And they give you these little passes, and whenever you go to the ride, they rush you to the front of the line, and you get the ride before everybody else. Now, you can pay that extra money and do that, and I guess that's fair. But the last time we went to Dollywood, there was some people there with some little girls with them. Them little girls, our friend was like, "You see how that little girl look at us like she better than us?" Because he said that she was looking literally down at us because we were up a ramp above them. And
right.
He said they were just like giving him the side eye because they were better than us. And I was cracking up. I was like,
I used to roll with some niggas. We be going to somewhere, wherever it was. We pay a person up at the front of the line and let us cut them. We just get on the money.
what venues?
That'd be like going into the club.
Okay,
it ain't like big shit. Matter of fact, I think we did get into the Master P concert at the Rafters. I think we got in early like that.
Oh, really?
We paid somebody in the front.
That's funny. I was at that concert. Was it P and
Bubba Sparks?
Yeah, that's when Jay got up on stage, which is not a surprise. That Negro gonna show out when he get a chance.
Yes.
The next one was listening, and I have experienced this before too. Listening to music in public without headphones. Have you ever had that issue? I've had an example of it myself personally where I play music at work, and I got this other friend who used to have some headphones, but they stopped working on them. So now he literally has his phone playing music out loud,
right?
Just walking around with it, which I get that. You want to have your shit playing, you know. But in a public setting, I've never experienced that.
I don't really do that. Hell, I'm kind of shy. When I'm in my car, I have a system and I be playing some outrageous shit. I be kind of shy to just, if I pull up beside somebody, I'm like, they don't want to hear this, so I turn it down a little bit. I just try to respect people. You know what I mean?
That's funny too, because I've seen other people who are the polar opposite.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
and then sometimes I'm in a mood where I roll down my windows and play a certain song for specific reasons. To let y'all niggas know when I come through, it's, nigga, yeah. But
again, that happened with me and Tim. We was the same people that I was talking about earlier. We were in Gatlinburg. You know what Gatlinburg is like, especially when you're going down the strip and it's crowded. So it's always you going slow. They decided to play My Neck, My Back. Yeah, they decided to play that and crank it as loud as possible for everybody and their mama to hear. And I'm like, what? Not everybody wants to hear that shit.
Seen.
Yeah,
I know niggas that just like certain parts of songs, and they'll rewind it just so they can ride to that part so you can hear it.
I'm not going that far.
Some people speak with music.
I get that. I get that. I'm not going to do that shit, but I get that. They used to do that in the Commons when they were crews, especially if you
start the same song over 30 times.
And especially if you was black. And back when hip hop was first, get taken over, they would go through the Commons cruising, and if you was black and had to cross in front of them, or they were going past you as you was coming out, they turn up whatever they was listening to. I guess so we would give them credit for what they were listening to. I don't know why they was doing that shit, but that always fascinated me because I don't give a fuck what you listen to.
They play music specifically for your black ass.
I guess. I don't give a fuck though. The next one, number 8, was cheating on your partner, especially when you're married.
What about it?
Just that's a shitty thing to do.
Yeah,
I fairly thought that was fairly obvious.
Yeah, I got no comments on that.
Right. And then number 9 was going to a concert and recording several songs on your phone while holding it over your head with full brightness. I've never really had to deal with that either. I've seen it, but I've never really dealt with it. As a matter of fact, I told you we went to see Joe Coy last week, right, or week before last, and I watched them go in and throw 3 people out because they had their phones out, and I was fascinated by that because Joe Coy had security on point that night. 2 people in the front, or not almost in the front, on the floor got sent out, and then there was a chick that was sitting in front of us who had her phone out, and he didn't put her out because he made her put her phone up and she put it up without an argument. Right. But it was fascinating to see how quick he had them on them like that.
Yeah, I don't like the bootlegging. Like, I don't like bootlegging
At all.
Nah, I mean, because I'm an artist. Like,
Right.
so why would I want
Somebody
any
steal
other
your shit.
artist to be able to get their shit taken and sold and devalue themselves? You know,
Right. Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. Do you look at porn the same way?
nah, porn.
See, it's the same thing though.
But hell, they got specific sites for porn. Like, they're somehow making money. You know, Pornhub.
Yeah.
They don't just got a site that I know of where you could just,
Where you could pay?
or to just like catch bootleg shows. You know what I'm saying and shit. But I mean, I don't know. I believe there's still money being generated in porn, but I believe if you're a comedian and somebody's taping your shit and then they go sell it on the black market and you can't release it for yourself, I mean, you losing money.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they taking money out of the artist's pocket.
Right.
But I think in the world of porn, hell, motherfuckers do that in their bedroom for free with the video camera. Like, I mean, it's just all over the place.
What about this one? And this one was something that I've not really had an issue with, but it is kind of annoying. It's LED lights on some cars because they said the person that posted said, "You guys blind me every time you guys are behind me or in front of me. You can't even tell anymore if they are using high beams."
They be making niggas mad,
And they them LED lights are bright.
And I
as
tell
shit.
you, my girl blind as a bat.
Is she?
And I be fucking with her. So, yeah. She be complaining about them lights and
Them
shit.
lights are bright, and normally I wouldn't care because I wouldn't mind having some lights like that because you can see everything with them lights, but they are blinding as fuck. Lately, I've noticed on a lot of the newer cars they have two sets of lights on them anyway. The LED ones and then I guess the regular halogen ones. I guess I'm not really sure.
Like the big trucks on, like, I hate those because they be right in the back window, perfect for just crazy.
Yeah, blinding the shit out of you.
You got people with different color lights and shit now. I'm seeing green. It's all kind of crazy shit.
What about this? And this one, you may or may not. I don't know. You could see how it's fucked up, but I don't think it's anything you've ever had to deal with. It's buying multiple residential properties and charging renters excessive rents to cover your mortgage on them. And that's kind of happened to us before, where they buy all these different houses or the land around the houses and put stuff on them, and then they sell you that house, or they rent it to you at like $800, $900, $1,500 a month, just so they can cover what they were paying for the house.
I mean, ain't that the fucking?
Ain't that crazy?
Ain't that the normal shit? Like,
it is the normal shit, but you would think people would have some kind of conscience about that. Yeah, you might be making some money, but you like
some people's making. I mean, they're gonna try to make profit. They're gonna try to. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's all kinds of shady land and business deals throughout this town, particularly.
Oh yeah,
you know, like
like
land probably cost them $10,000. They put a $20,000 house on it,
and then charge you $60
no,
to buy
$100.
yeah, you're right. $150 is usually about the starting price for houses around here, even little ones. You know, and it's pretty insane. And they basically are just pumping the pockets of the person they're buying the house of for them to be okay, you know, and the other people gonna suffer, which I think is very, very fucked up. But you know, that's not for me to say. Another one was walking down a busy street with your friends, shoulder to shoulder, at 1/4 mile per hour, which I don't even know what that means. That's one I've never dealt with because I don't walk that close to people. I don't understand. Walking down a busy street with 4 friends, shoulder to shoulder, at 1/4 mile per hour. I don't understand that. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
I don't get that one either.
Is that supposed to bother me?
I guess. I guess.
Yeah, shit, nigga. We supposed to be walking 2/4 mile an hour. Slow ass shit.
Yeah, that one I didn't understand.
Nah, I don't get it.
What about? Oh, here's one. This is a good one. Putting on a new roll of toilet paper upside down.
People kill me. It's people who
over or under. What do you do? Which one do you prefer?
It's over.
Over. Okay.
Because you just pull.
All right. Well, you can pull from under.
Yeah, but why? What are you preventing? Either way.
Why? I don't understand why it's that big of a deal.
I don't either. If I came to your house and you, but I know people who will go in your bathroom and if your shit ain't the way they like it, they will change it. They will change it because they feel that that's what you need to do.
God forbid somebody has some OCD shit going on. You go in and start moving shit.
Yeah, and I might fight you if you come in my house and change my shit. I might come out the bathroom. Who the fuck changed this shit?
I don't understand
shit
that.
go a certain way around this motherfucker. If you gonna be touching my toilet paper, you ain't coming back in this bitch. You lucky I let you use the bathroom in the first place, motherfucker.
That shit is funny as fuck. This is one that doesn't really apply to us, which is sending junk mail in the post. That doesn't really apply. Another one was scalping limited supply items. That's kind of shitty. I've seen that happen before. Like a friend of mine, Taylor Swift, took her daughter to a Taylor Swift concert, and she found out that day that if she'd have resold her ticket, she could have got $1,500 out of 2 tickets. She would have made $3,000.
Wow.
Yeah, if she'd have resold those tickets. She was like, next time, if I'd have known that was the situation, next time I will buy more than 2 tickets and sell them other 2. I said, yeah, because you can make your money back and then some. Because some people are going to pay them in crazy ass prices. I don't think I've ever paid anything that crazy to see somebody live. Have you?
No.
What's the most you paid for a ticket for a concert or something that you can think of?
It might have been the Kanye concert, and I don't think that was no more than like $200 or something.
Okay. Did you have decent seats though?
No, not really.
Really? I think the most we've ever paid is like $120, and that was per ticket and that was Prince. And the only reason why they were $120 is because they were on the floor and it was in the round. So, there were no bad seats, but we were on the floor like literally maybe 7 rows back from the front. And as a matter of fact, it was crazy because, you ever been to a concert in the round?
In what?
In the round, where it's just the stage is just one stage in the middle of the arena, and there's no back, so you can see everything. Usually the artists will come in, but they sneak them in like a trunk.
Right.
They'll roll them right past you. And Prince rode literally right past us, and his whole band walked right past us, to get to the stage. So that was pretty cool. So that was probably $120, but $120 well spent. Because that was a hell of a show. That was the third and last time we got to see him. So I don't mind that. But then what I do hate about scalping is now they buy all the tickets up way early before anybody else can get them. And then try to sell them. It's fucking insane. What about, grouping consumers on prescription drugs? No, that is not what it says. It's gouging consumers on prescription drugs. Which is kind of fucked up.
It is. And they've been doing it for centuries.
Oh, yeah, for years and years.
They're getting money. Ask Martin Scarelli or whatever his fucking name is.
Oh, the one that was charging like $1,000 a pill or some shit like that? That was crazy. Yeah. The other one that I don't really care about is YouTube pranks. And let's see. What about calling someone when you really could just text them? Does that bother you? How do you feel about calling versus texting?
It's times that on the receiving end, I'd wish you text because I don't be liking to talk. But
coming from the Negro that will call you just for no reason to fuck with you.
Yeah, but that's you though. Like I could do that with you, but I don't. Sometimes it's just too much to text, and I'm just gonna call you.
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, look. This is going to turn into a big conversation. I ain't sitting here typing all these words down. I'll just call you. But
right.
Yeah, it's some people I wish would text instead of call, and there's some people I don't mind calling instead of text.
Right.
Let's just say that.
Yeah, same here. But I work with people who their life is text. And
like my phone's ringing right now, and this nigga I wish would just text. But he probably don't know how to text with his old ass.
That's hilarious. I work, like I said, I work with youth, and their life is texting. They text paragraphs. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you could have just called and said all that. There's no reason for you to do all that text.
What I can't stand, and I hate this, is people who still leave messages.
You talking about voice messages?
Yes.
Why?
Because you don't need to talk to me that bad to leave a message. Like you act like you ain't gonna talk to me. I'ma call you right back. Matter of fact, you call and I say, when I finally do talk to you, you say, "Did you get my message?" I always say no. I just called you back when I see I missed the call. Like, what the fuck you got to tell me that I'm gonna have to go all in the voicemail, listen to that shit? I mean, and I'll be honest with you, it's mostly the older people that call my phone because I guess they still. You know,
they don't text.
They want to say what they want to say so bad they can't help themselves. They can't wait. They just want to say it, and they want to just and drown. You know what I mean? They want to say it.
They won't get it out their system.
And then some of them don't even hang up, and so the damn voicemail be like 48 minutes of breathing and shit. You know, I'm just like, fuck.
That's funny. I don't ever get nobody that don't hang up, but I get butt dials all the time. Yeah. My brother does it all the time, and my one of my good friends, Danny, and
I can't stand those either.
All the time. He will call, and I'll hear a whole conversation he's had. Not my brother, but Danny. A whole conversation he's had with people he worked with, and I'm like, damn. Are you not like?
I'm sitting here yelling, "Hello!"
Yeah, like you are talking to somebody else, and I'm sitting there listening to this shit. But I eventually just hang up. Another one. There's only two more. One of them was voting for corrupt scumbags, which that's just going to happen because people tend to vote against their own interests all the time.
I get in trouble. I've barely voted a couple times. I don't vote, and then I get fussed at because
you don't vote
because they try to tell me that they don't want to hear me complain about shit. Yeah. And I'm just like, all of them have a fucking hidden agenda.
I had somebody tell me that online one time, talking about if you don't vote for such and such, then you can't complain about nothing that happens. I said, I can complain all the fuck I want. I'm in America. Right. That's what we are allowed to do. So you can't tell me just because I didn't vote for who you voted for that I can't talk shit. Because I'm going to talk shit. The last one, though, in this one, this one I have never done, and I kind of have seen people do this unintentionally, and that's literally letting a door swing back in someone's face.
I did it on accident, but not on purpose.
That's what I was going to say. I've done it on accident because I didn't know there was somebody behind me. You know, and normally I check, but every now and then my mind is not there to check, and I'll forget. But for the most part, I'll hold the door open for anybody.
Yeah, me too.
You know, that's just how I was
put an
brought
old
up.
woman in her car today.
See, that's awesome. That's what you're supposed to do.
But you know, she was looking at me like, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna rob her.
But she was on a walker and stuff. And, I mean, yeah.
That's how we was brought up. Though we're supposed to do shit like that, but I don't know if you got the memo because I don't think they do that shit.
There's been some times though I'll be going out the door and don't see somebody behind me and let it go, and they smack them all in the face. I'll be like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
I don't think it's ever came that far for me, but I have like let it close when somebody was coming up on it.
Right.
And sometimes if I catch that, I'll open it back up, just so they know that I wasn't being a dick, because that's some shit I wouldn't want somebody to do to me.
But there's some people that don't even say thank you.
Oh yeah,
and I it
kind of makes me want to throw the door.
Not to get really on any racist tip, but they are of older
Caucasian.
Caucasian. So I feel like sometimes feel like they looking at me like, that's what you're supposed to do, boy.
I think some people can't deal with
Get
boy.
that door, boy.
Boy.
Like, I mean, like, motherfucker.
That's worse than nigger.
Yeah.
To me, kinda. Well, I ain't gonna say it's worse, but it's as bad because that's basically your place.
Yeah, it's just that's knocking you down.
Yeah, know
keeping
where
you
you're
down.
supposed to be. So yeah, that whole thing is crazy. But anyway, that was This Just In. So go check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you get your podcasts. And we're gonna head out.
Bye.